Anamaria, thank you so much for talking with me at such an electrifying time. I don't know if that's the right way to characterize it, but it just feels like everything's moving so quickly. Do I have it right? At the beginning of the week, the governor is suggesting to you and your family no clemency. By midweek, he drops a podcast saying, I'm going to order a risk assessment with the Board of Parole hearings.
Yes. So first of all, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate your time. And yeah, it's been a little bit of whiplash over the last few weeks for our family, for sure. But we are so grateful to the governor for stepping in and for releasing this news. I mean, we couldn't be more thrilled.
What do you think happened between the time you spoke with him where he said no clemency and just days later, he's suggesting that let's order a risk assessment, which, you know, for those who know the case intimately at this point, a risk assessment is unlikely to bring up anything ugly.
Yes. I mean, you know, honestly, I'm really looking forward to this process because I'm really looking forward to, he has promised a transparency throughout this process. So I can't wait for people to really get to know Lyle and Eric and the incredible people that they are. I don't know necessarily. I can't speak to what made the governor decide to step in. I think it may have been a few different factors coming in. There's been certainly a lot of people learning about Lyle and Eric and about their rehabilitation, and that has been made public. So I hope that that has had a part of it in it. And I'm just grateful on behalf of the family.
So the news took me by surprise when the governor's podcast dropped and he said, I am going forward with this review. I can't imagine how you learned and what your reaction was. Can you take me through the process? Not just you, but also your mom. That's Jose's sister.
My mom, yeah, Terry Baralt. She's an amazing woman, and you know she's been through more loss and grief than any human should have to go through in her years, and had to live through this for decades, for 35 years. So this was such welcome news. I couldn't wait. I heard about it first. With all of those caveats from the governor's office. They were very clear, like, yes, we are going to open a risk assessment. There are no guarantees. Let's be clear. There are no guarantees. This is an extremely rigorous process in the state of California. It is why they have a low recidivism rate, and that is important. So I don't want to throw shade in that direction because that's a great thing. And I know that Lyle and Eric, their records will speak for themselves. But being able to make that phone call to my mother and say that the governor has stepped in and is taking an active role in this was priceless. I mean, she was just over the moon.
Yeah, right, over the moon. Give me more on that. What was her reaction? She's, I think, what, 85?
She's 85, yep. She's very strong. She's an incredible woman. And, you know, I think at first, she didn't know what it meant. So when I called my mom and I said, Governor Newsom has put out this statement that he is going to be doing a risk assessment on Lyle and Eric as we eye the future commutation or clemency. And she was like, I don't know what that means. What does that mean? And I was like, Mom, it means that this is a reality. Like this could, if this goes well, if the investigation is completed and they are assessed to have a low risk, that we are going to get them home. And she was just, in tears, so happy.
And of course, you seem to be sort of the scribe or the leader for your family group on news and publication, and then talking to people like me to help us understand. Because honestly, Anamaria, you are such a unique group of people. You are both victims, family members, and you are family members of the killers. And there are so many people watching right now who just cannot get inside that notion. Can you help them understand how, if they can't get over that Eric and Lyle killed their parents, how could you get over it being their cousin, and your mom get over it being that that was her brother?
I would be lying if I didn't say that this is a very complicated set of emotions. That it is a very complicated thing to grieve two people that we loved, but to also have such a fierce love for Eric and Lyle and to want to see them live the rest of their lives. I don't think that if Lyle and Eric hadn't been the men that they are today, that it would have been so easy for us to be out here fighting for them. But the truth is that they are such amazing men and they have done incredible things with their lives and they deserve that second chance.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.